welcome to the Pelvic Power Podcast. My name is Penny, and I am the host of this lovely space. I am a pelvic floor yoga teacher who teaches people with pelvic pain how to use movement, breathwork, and body awareness to ease and manage their pain while living a pleasurable life. In this space, we'll be talking about all things taboo because we love it, and how to support your lovely pelvis and your lovely self on this journey that you are on. I am very happy that you are here, and I hope that you enjoy this episode. Welcome back to another episode of the Pelvic Power Podcast. I'm very excited that you are here today, so thank you so much for tuning in. Today, let's talk about how we're starting out the day. So for me, living with pelvic pain is kind of like running a business. How do I greet the day? What do I want to focus on? Where do I want to put my energy and my attention? Let's focus on that today. How can you make a conscious shift within how you want to feel? I feel like we're touching on so many different things within the podcast right now in just one small episode, and I could dive deeper into all those different things to make a whole episode or a series out of that. But today, let's talk about the magic of a new day. Okay? So if you're having a day today, I had a day yesterday. I'm on my period. Right now, I'm on the third day of my period. Yesterday was just a day, let me tell you. And I want you to know that it's okay to experience all the different emotions that comes with being a human fucking being. We are out here, and you do not have to be happy and ecstatic all the time. You're allowed to feel whatever you might be feeling. My friend asked me the other day, "How are you feeling today?" And I said, "I'm feeling sad, but I don't know why, but I'm just feeling sad, but I'm also feeling pretty okay." But it's just that sense of sadness. And when you're with your people and they ask you, "How are you feeling?" Is there anything else that you can say besides good? You don't even have to go into it. Like, she didn't really ask any questions. I was just saying, "How am I feeling?" Because that's also a way of me checking in with myself. Okay, one of my closest friends is asking me, "How am I feeling right now?" I can just take the shallow route and say, "I'm feeling good," and call it a day. Or could I make it into something where I'm kind of like exploring myself a little bit more? Okay, how am I actually feeling? I'm sitting in that a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit sad, but I'm also feeling pretty okay. And that's okay. It's okay to experience so many different emotions at the same time without there actually being an explanation to why we're feeling this way. Because sometimes I feel like we've spoken about this so many times before, but bypassing the emotions that might be challenging or might be hard, but also like, I'm feeling a little bit sad. And that's okay. What am I learning about myself in this process of feeling sad right now? Is there a reason why I'm feeling sad? Do I want to dive a little bit deeper into that right now? Not right now. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Maybe I'll put it on my calendar to actually sit down a little bit and dive into it. Maybe journal, or maybe call someone that I feel like I can talk to about it. Most of the time, that's my mom. But how am I feeling right now? So I just want to put it out there. It's okay to feel a range of different emotions. And especially if you have a menstrual cycle, being in your luteal phase, being in your menstrual phase, like it is all just, oof. When I am ovulating and I feel like I'm on the top of the world, I think back to when I was in my luteal phase and I was like, oh, fuck, I was so dramatic. I'm so dramatic in my luteal phase. And then my luteal phase comes around and I'm just like, fuck, life is hard. I am challenging, or I am questioning everything in my life that feels challenging right now. I'm questioning everything in my life. And it's like you're two completely different people. So no matter where you are on your journey right now, take what resonates, leave the rest, as always. But how can we walk into the day with a conscious choice of where we're putting our energy and our attention? And it doesn't always have to be high vibe. Oh my God, I have to aim for the very highest emotion I can go for. No, what is the emotion that is a little bit above the emotion that you're at right now? So yesterday morning, I woke up and I usually go for my morning walk, and I was just lying in bed and I get really bad period fatigue. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking go out for a walk. Fuck that. I'm not doing that. I was feeling crampy. I was feeling low. I was feeling like, oh, this day is going to be hard. I'm teaching a bunch of yoga classes. How am I going to have the energy for this right now? But you know what? I did it because I slow down and I try not to judge myself in the process. So, what was I doing when I was lying in bed? I couldn't go back to sleep. I was lying there like half daydreaming about stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna masturbate because that's also a way to shift your energy around. Masturbation, baby. I actually saw this TikToker. She was talking about how much magic there is within an orgasm when it comes to women. How much magic there is within an orgasm when it comes to women. And she organized a collective orgasm. Everyone was going to orgasm this past Sunday at 6 p.m. I was not a part of it because I forgot about it. Otherwise, I would have done that because I love stuff like that. But I thought it was really funny. And also it's true. Like they talk about the O method. Like what are you trying to manifest? Okay, O method, your orgasm. As you orgasm, does that make sense? Yeah. As you orgasm, think about things that you're trying to manifest right now. And I like that energy, you know? So that's what I did. Then I got up. I did a little bit of meditation. And when I say a little bit of meditation, it might be 2 minutes tops. I'm sitting there and I take a couple breaths. Maybe I wiggle my jaw a little bit and just land a little bit deeper into myself. And then I tap. I did a tapping session yesterday. And I just felt like, what am I going to get out of this day? I have to go to the gym. When I say I have to go to the gym, it's because I love going to the gym. I know it'll help me help make me feel better because I am working out, endorphins, lifting heavy stuff, being on the Stairmaster, listening to my favorite song, dancing to my favorite song at the same time, seeing other people. That's another thing in itself. Like seeing people, talking to people, and just feeling that energy shift with other people. That is also very important. Then I continued on with my day, and I felt so much better after working out. However, I still felt a little bit of discomfort within my skin, within my body, within my energy, but I continued on with the day. And did I feel a little bit like an imposter? Yes, I did. But I continued on with my day because that's my job, to continue to show up for myself so that I can show up for other people, even if it's the small things. And maybe I don't try to have more conversations with people that I don't really feel like I really need to. Maybe I don't try to write any hard emails. Maybe I don't try to read into conversations that I'm having with people, which is a hard one. And then this morning I woke up and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for my morning walk today. Was I tired? Oh, I was so tired. But I was like, nope, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out for my walk, go out without my headphones on, look around me. What's happening in the world? How am I feeling today? What is going on within me right now? And then I came home and then I put my legs up the wall, took a couple breaths, and then I continued on with my day. And I feel like I've been pretty productive this morning. And to be honest, I don't know if I have, but I still feel like I've accomplished lots this morning just by going out for a walk and showing up for myself. And for me, living with pelvic pain is like running a business. How are you setting yourself up for the day? How are you supporting your body, your mind, your energy? Where are you putting your energy, your attention? What do you want to focus on throughout the day? How do you want to feel? So I think it's important to take that time in the morning to really do a little check in with yourself. Okay, how am I feeling? And not just physically, but how am I feeling overall? Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. And then, especially if you're caring for other people, if you have kids, I don't have kids. I have a cat that keeps waking me up every morning, but I don't have kids. And showing up for those people, for your kids, how would that look different if you cared for yourself first? If you took 5 minutes, only 5 minutes for yourself in the morning, and maybe make it into a game. Okay, kids, mom is gonna go and have 5 minutes in the washroom or in the bedroom. Can you do this? A part of the game. Do this for 5 minutes. See how much you can do for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna take these 5 minutes for myself. Again, I don't have kids. I'm just giving you giving you ideas of what I would do. I have godkids and they're 6 years old, and I always try to make everything into a game. About once a month, they come over to help me clean my condo, and I make it into like a chores game. And because I have to clean up the cat litter, and one of the girls wants a cat, so I'm trying to teach her how to care for a cat. And she loves cats. She's not getting a cat though. But I'm like, this is what you have to do if you get a cat. And she's like so into it. Or I say, like, okay, we're gonna water the plants. How many plants can you collect in my condo and get to the counter so we can water the plants? Okay, who wants to wipe down this very fancy spoon? I make everything into a game. And how can you do that while you are taking time for yourself? How can you show up for yourself and focus on the energy that you want to invite in with the little amount of time that you have instead of scrolling on social media? How much time are you actually spending scrolling? Could you maybe be doing your meditation with your kids? Could you maybe be doing breath work with your kids? Could you be doing tapping with your kids? Like tapping, you're saying statements. You can look so many things up on YouTube. I have a couple in the Public Health Hero membership too, but you can do your tapping on different points in the body and you're saying things out loud. And I find that this is such a great way to really shift that energy, and doing this with your kids too, like really saying those statements. Like, even though I feel this way, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Like, those are really great things that you can teach your kids as well, and you can do that at an early age. So, how can you set yourself up for the day? Think of yourself as a little teeny tiny business. Okay, what are my goals? What am I inviting in? Where am I putting my focus today? What is on my calendar, on my planner? What is the main focus for me today? Me, which is my business. How am I tending to my business today? So I can make more money or get a better reach or whatever that may be. And when I say make more money, it's you actually claiming your energy back into your body. You're claiming the energy so that you can continue on with the day and feel a little bit more inspired, a little bit more hopeful, and like you can carry your people and yourself forward. On that note, I hope that you are having a lovely day. As this is posted, I'm on my way to Greece. I'm hosting 2 yoga retreats in Greece. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. It's at Wellbeing by Penny. I am very flippin' excited about these retreats. There are 2 retreats. So the second retreat, I am for the first time meeting 2 of my online students that have been with me for years in the Pelvic Health Hero membership. We have never met before. We talk every week, and they're like my family from across the world, and they're coming to the retreat, and I am so excited about this. Like, I'm actually so excited because I have so much love for these women, and I think about them all the time. They're my they're my family. They're my soul family. And that is what I love about this community. And also, if you are missing that sense of community, of sisterhood, of connecting with other women that are also living with pelvic pain, and you want to dive into more of that energy shift and release your pain, work on getting to know your body, yourself better, and just stand in your own power, then come join the Pelvic Health Hero membership. This is why we're here, and we would love to have you. Until next week, remember to look after your beautiful body. Remember that you are a goddess. You deserve to look after yourself. Every energy that you put into yourself, that is energy that you will also get back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you a bunch. Bye. If you love this episode, I will be so grateful if you could leave a rate and review in your podcast app. It would mean so much to me. If you're tuning in on YouTube, feel free to hit subscribe and leave a little comment down below about what you learned about yourself today. Thank you so much, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you for being here.